Today we are going to start the fourth chapter, inverse trigonometric functions. We know trigonometric functions. Now we are going to study something about called inverse trigonometric function. Suppose if I have sine 30 equal to, we know it is 1 by 2. We know that sine 30 is 1 by 2. Then this 30 degree can be written as sine inverse of 1 by 2. Sine inverse of 1 by 2. Note that sine inverse of x is not equal to 1 by sin x. So this we must be very clear. Sine inverse of x is not equal to 1 by sin x. That means I am studying the value of the angle in terms of trigonometric ratio. So the value is given in terms of the angle value is given in terms of inverse function. So we can, the inverse trigonometric function will give the angle value. It is not necessary I must know or I must give only in terms of sine. The same 30 degree can be written as cos inverse of root 3 by 2 also. So same thing, the 30 degree is given as a trigonometric inverse function in terms of cos. So like that I can give this 30 degree in any term. Now we should study, here we are going to study each inverse function separately. That is sine inverse we are going to study separately, cos inverse we are going to study separately. Like that all the trigonometric inverse functions we are going to be in our term standard, and this chapter is called inverse trigonometric function. So the first chapter or the first exercise under inverse trigonometric function is sine function and inverse sine function. Sine function and inverse sine function. That is, we shall have the same thing. We know that sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2. Therefore, 60 degree is sine inverse of root 3 by 2. Therefore, this 60 degree is given in terms of sine inverse. So, inverse function means, inverse trigonometric function means, the value of the angle, in any trigonometric ratios. That is, it can be given in terms of sine or cos or tan, whatever it is. Therefore, we are going to study only about sine function and inverse of sine function. Remember, sine theta, domain of sine theta is, that is, theta, domain of sine theta is, the domain is, the maximum value is pi by 2 and the minimum value is minus pi by 2. That is, sine theta attains the maximum at pi by 2 as 1 and minimum value minus 1 at pi by 2. Therefore, domain of sine theta is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. And the range of sine theta is minus 1 to plus 1. That is the maximum value if we want and the minimum value. This is the domain and range of sine theta. Similarly, we must know the domain and range of sine inverse 2. Therefore, domain of sine inverse of x is minus 1 to plus 1 and the range of sine inverse of x is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Just the inverse of this. The domain of sine inverse is minus 1 to plus 1 and the range is from minus pi by 2 to plus 1. The angle values will be like only from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. The graph of sine inverse of x also what I can graph of sine inverse of x is. We know sine theta graph, but sine inverse of graph is. The maximum value is 1 and the minimum value is minus 1. So it can take the values from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So the maximum value will be 1. It attains 0 and the minimum value is minus 1. This is the graph of sine inverse of x. So with these ideas, we shall go for some problems on this exercise. Now, example 4.1. Find the principal value of sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. So let me take this as an angle. So let sine inverse of minus 1 by 2 equal to some theta, because it gives an angle value. Let me take that angle as theta. Then this implies sine theta is minus 1 by 2. Sine theta is 1 by 2 at 30 degree. Therefore, sine theta will be minus 1 by 2 at sine of minus 30. That is minus pi by 6. Now, we have to check whether this minus pi by 6 can be taken by sine theta. The range is from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. In that one, this minus pi by 6 will lie. Therefore, theta equals to minus pi by 6. Since minus pi by 6 belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Therefore, theta can take this value. Therefore, principal value of this angle is minus pi by 6. So, whatever be the angle we found, that angle must lie in the range. And similarly, whenever we take some value to find something, that value must exist in the domain. Example 4.2. Now you can very easily understand. Example 4.2. Find the principal value of sine inverse of 2. Now we can see this 2 must be coming from the domain, where domain of sine inverse is minus 1 to plus 1 only. Here we know that domain of sine inverse of x is minus 1 to plus 1 only. Therefore, this 2 does not belong to minus 1 to plus 1. Therefore, sine inverse of 2 does not exist. Hope you can understand. If you are finding the value, that value must lie in the range, and if you are checking for any value, that value must be in the domain. Then only we can find the value whether it is existing or not. Now example 4.3. First problem. Find the principal value of sine inverse of 1 by root 2. We know that sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Suppose if I take it as some theta, then sine theta equal to 1 by root 2. Then sine theta, I can have 1 by root 2 as sine theta is 1 by root 2, means then we can say theta is 45 degree. But 45 degree, will it be lying in this range? Means yet it lies. Therefore, since therefore principal value is pi by 4. Since pi by 4 belongs to minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. Now example 4.3, second one. of sine of minus pi by 3. If we are going this, will sine pi by 3 be existing in the range means get is thus we know sine of minus pi by 3 is minus sine pi by 3. Therefore, sine inverse and sine can cancel. So I will have only minus pi by 3. This will exist since minus pi by 3 belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Therefore, principal value is minus pi by 3. Then third one. Now you can understand better by doing the third example. Sine inverse of sine pi by 6. It is pi by 6 means 30 degree. Pi into 30, 150 degree. It won't like in this one. So I have to go for some other adjustment. That is sine inverse of. This can be written as 6 pi minus pi by 6. So I can separately divide. When I divide, this becomes pi minus pi by 6. Then sine inverse of sine 180 minus theta lies in second quadrant, so plus, and then sine 180 minus theta is sine theta, sine pi will even no change, and in second quadrant now sine and sine inverse cancels, will have pi by 6. Therefore, principal value is pi by 6, since pi by 6 belongs to minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. So this sum we can do the problems to find the principal values. Now we should go for example 4.4. Now example 4.4. Find the domain of sine inverse of 2 minus 3x square. That means I must say where this x is taken. So it's called domain. We know that the domain of sine inverse of x is minus 1 to plus 1. And this means this 2 minus x square belongs to this interval. That means minus 1 is less than or equal to 2 minus 3x square less than or equal to 1. Now we shall find the value of this x, or we shall find the limits of this x. Suppose if I take 2 on the other side, then it is minus 1 minus 2 less than or equal to minus 3x square less than or equal to 1 minus 2. Taking 2 on either side. It is minus 3 less than or equal to minus 3x square less than or equal to minus 1. All are having minus sign. So if I remove the minus sign, the inequality will change. That is plus 1 less than or equal to 3x square less than or equal to 3. Now, if I divide by 3, then it is 1 by 3 less than or equal to x square less than or equal to 3 by 3 is 1. So, if I take square root, this will also become plus or minus 3, plus or minus 1 by root 3, and this will also become plus or minus 1. So, it can be written as 1 by root 3 less than or equal to modulus of x less than or equal to 1. Now, modulus of x means I have taken plus or minus 1 by root 3 and also plus or minus 1. That means this implies x belongs to, when I take minus sign, minus 1 by root 3 comma minus 1 and then 1 comma or 1 by root 3 comma 1. This union this x belongs to. So x belongs to this set. So only if x belongs to this set, this function will exist and the domain will be minus 1 to plus 1. So with that, all the examples are over. Now we shall go for exercise. Exercise 4.1. First one, under one first subdivision. Find all the values of minus 10 pi less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10 pi if and sin x equal to 0. I have to find all the values. from minus 10 pi to 10 pi with sin x equal to 0. Now, for starting, they gave sin x equal to 0. Let me go for the graph of sin x. Remember, sin x graph is, we know the maximum value is plus 1 and minimum value is minus 1. Suppose that is, this is the boundary line. Then the maximum value is 1, then 0, and it is minus 1. This is one cycle. Let me go for one more cycle. Similarly on this other side. Now, let me see, sin x is 0 means where it touches x axis. This value is 0, then at pi it becomes 0, then 2 pi, then 3 pi, then 4 pi. Similarly, it is minus pi, minus 2 pi and goes on. Therefore, in that case, in all the multiples of pi, sin x is becoming 0. Therefore, x equal to, therefore, I can say x equal to sin inverse of 0, that is x equal to n pi. Will that minus 10 pi and maximum plus 10 pi will be existing means it can exist when I prolong this curve. Therefore, x equal to n pi where n belongs to minus 10 to plus 10. So, this is the value of x. X is n pi. It takes from minus 10 to plus 1 and as of these values are these 10. This is how we can do the first problem. Now, second one, under 1. Minus 8 pi less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 8 pi and sin x equal to minus 1. Now, let me have the same graph but for this problem separately. Given sin x equal to minus 1. We shall draw the sine graph. As we know, the maximum value is 1 and the minimum value is minus 1. The other side too. Now, these are the values where it meets the x-axis, so that the values are becoming minus 1. So, this is one value and this is one value. And here we have minus 1 and also here we have minus 1. We know these are 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. So I need this value. This is 2 pi plus pi, 3 pi by 2, 270. Similarly, 3 pi plus 4 pi, 7 pi by 2. Then we know it is minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi. So it is minus 5 pi by 2. Now, in these values, I have sin x so that it becomes minus 1. So, x equal to sin inverse of minus 1. That means I can write all the values as 3 pi by 2, comma 7 pi by 2, comma next one will be 11 pi by 2. They are in difference of 4. Then 11 plus 4, 15 pi by 2. Then when you go for the next one will be 19 pi by 2. That is when I divide, this is 18 pi plus pi by 2. this itself becomes 9 pi plus pi by 2, which is greater than 8 pi. See, it goes beyond 8 pi, so I must stop here. Now, coming to the negative parts, it is minus pi by 2, minus 5 pi by 2. The next one will be minus 9 pi by 2. Then it will be minus 13 pi by 2. These are the values. Minus 14 pi, next one will be minus 17 pi by 2, will go beyond minus 8 pi. So these are the values. So we shall generalize this. How to generalize? That is x equal to, here pi by 2 is common into something I have write. Just take down the numbers 3, 7, 11, 15, etc. Are they formed AP of common difference 4? So A equal to 3, D equal to 4. Then the nth term will be A plus n minus 1 into D. It is 3 plus n minus 1 into 4. It is 3 plus 4n minus 4. Then it is 4n minus 1. So I can write this one as 4n minus 1. Then the n values, and n belongs to R, n takes, it is 0. When it is becoming 0, minus pi by 2 again. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4 can take plus 1 and also minus 1. See, 4 minus 1, 3 pi by 2, minus pi by 2, both can be taken. Similarly, plus or minus 2, 8 minus 1, 7 pi by 2, and also minus 8 minus 9 pi by 2, plus or minus 3, 12 minus 1, 11 pi by 2, minus 12 minus 1, minus 13 by 2. 4 can be taken only plus, no minus. So, you have to be very careful with this. So, this is the value of x. So, by drawing this one and finding the values of minus and where it occurs, and if you write all the values and generalize, you get the value of x. So, this is how we can find the value of x if it lies from minus 8 pi to plus 8 pi, and sin inverse of phi x equal to minus 1. So with that, first problem is over. Now second problem. Find the period and amplitude of, first problem, y equal to sin 7x. Before going to this problem, we know that if y equal to a sin bx, then amplitude is modulus of a and then period is 2 pi by modulus of b. Therefore, given y equal to sin 7x, therefore amplitude is modulus of a. In the place of a we have 1, which is 1. Period is 2 pi by modulus of b. 2 pi b by b is 7. That's all. Now, second problem. Y equal to minus sin of 1 by 3x. So here a is minus 1 and b is x by 3, that is 1 by 3. Therefore, amplitude is modulus of a, it is modulus of minus 1, which is plus 1, and the period is 2 pi by modulus of b, 2 pi by modulus of 1 by 3, that is 2 pi by 1 by 3, which is 6 pi, and the 3 goes to the numerator. Then, third problem, y equal to 4 sin of minus 2x. Here in the place of a we have 4 and in the place of b we have minus 2. Therefore, amplitude is modulus of A, it is modulus of 4, which is 4. Period is 2 pi by modulus of B, 2 pi by modulus of minus 2, it is 2 pi by 2, which is pi. With that, second problem is over. Now we shall go for third problem. Sketch the graph of y equal to sine of 1 by 3x. Let me find the period and amplitude. Here amplitude is A equal to 1, B equal to 1 by 3. So amplitude is modulus of A, it is modulus of 1, which is 1. And then period is 2 pi by modulus of B, 2 pi by 1 by 3 modulus, it is 2 pi by 1 by 3, it is 6 pi. That means the curve means that ends at 6 pi, only that pi only. So that means in multiples of pi this will become 0. So period is 1, that means maximum value is 1. So the maximum value is 1. It will touch at and then it will touch at 6 pi. The minimum value will be minus 1. So this is 6 pi. That means this will be 3 pi and this is 0. This is the graph because it exists only up to 6 pi and the amplitude is 1 only. So only on positive side. So go for next part. Fourth, find the values of first one, sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. Sine inverse and sine will be cancelling. So you will have only 2 pi by 3. But you must check whether this value exists in the range which is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So we shall find the value and then we shall cancel. That is sine inverse of sine of 2 pi by 3 can be written as 3 pi minus pi by 3. Because I must give the value in such a way that it must lie in the range. So it is sine. When I divide by 3, it is pi minus pi by 3. Now can you 180 minus theta even, no change, but quadrant and second quadrant, so it is positive, so it is sine pi by 3. Now I can cancel, it is pi by 3 because pi by 3 belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So can you understand? It is 2 pi by 3 means it is 120 degree. 120 degree will not lie in this interval, so I must simplify, then only it was cancelled. Now see it is pi by 3, which is belonging to minus 90 to plus 90. Second problem. Under 4. Sine inverse of sine of 5 pi by 4. Same thing. 5 pi by 4 means 5 into 45, it is 225. Which does not belong to this interval. Therefore, I must simplify. So, sine inverse of, we know sine 5 pi by 4 can be written as 4 pi plus pi by 4. When I divide by 4, this becomes sine inverse of sine of pi plus pi by 4. Now, it is sine inverse of even, no change. So, sine pi by 4. But quadrant, third quadrant, so minus sine. Now I cannot cancel, so shall I write this one as sine inverse of sine of minus pi by 4 minus sine theta. Now sine and sine inverse cancel, it is minus pi by 4. Because this is the answer can be belonging to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. With that, fourth column over. Now fifth column. For what values of x only at 0. Therefore, when sin x is also 0, at that time sin inverse is also 0 when x is 0. That means sin x equal to sin inverse of x only if x equal to 0. Therefore, when x equal to 0, sin x and sin inverse are equal. Sixth round. Find the domain of the following. Under the first one, f of x equal to sin inverse of x square plus 1 by 2x. We can do somewhat elaborately. We know the domain is domain of sin inverse of x is minus 1 to plus 1. That means this implies this lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So minus 1 less than or equal to x square plus 1 by 2x less than or equal to 1. Shall cross multiply. It is minus 2x less than or equal to x square plus 1 less than or equal to 2x. Now let me take cases separately. That is case 1. When minus 2x less than or equal to x square plus 1. Shall I say 0 is less than or equal to x square plus 1 minus plus 2x, and I take this minus 2x to the other side. So that is, shall I rewrite this one as x square plus 2x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. We know it is a plus b the whole square. So x plus 1 the whole square is greater than or equal to 0. Means x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to minus 1. Now taking case 2. X square plus 1 is less than or equal to 2x. So it is x square minus 2x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. X minus 1 the whole square is less than or equal to 0. That is x minus 1 will be less than or equal to 0. X is less than or equal to plus 1. So case 1. So 1 and 2 implies x lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. Therefore, domain of x is minus 1 to plus 1. This is first problem. Now I should go for the second problem and the same thing. That is sixth. First one. Second one. G of x equal to 2 into sin inverse of 2x minus 1 minus pi by 4. We know the domain is minus 1 to plus 1. That means this implies minus 1 less than or equal to x minus 1 less than or equal to 1. I must consider only the argument, because here argument is argument is 2x minus 1. I should not consider anything extra there or anything other than argument. Here argument only must lie in this domain. So consider only the argument. The argument is 2x minus 1. So take minus 1 on both sides. It is minus 1 plus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 plus 1. 0 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 2. When you divide by 2, 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. That means domain is 0, 1. So consider, can you understand? You must take only the argument to find the domain. With that, sixth problem is over. Seventh problem. Find sin inverse of sin pi by 9 cos pi by 9 plus cos 5 pi by 9 sin pi by 9. Now, this is sin inverse of, can you read this? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Instead of the form sin A plus B, so it is sin 5 pi by 9 plus pi by 9. So sin A plus B formula, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B is sin A plus B. This can be written as, when I add, this is sin 6 pi by 9. It is sin inverse of sin. When I divide by 3, 2 pi by 3. It is 120. 120 does not lie in minus 90 to plus 90. So this can be written as sin inverse of sin 3 pi minus pi by 3. When we divide by 3 separately, it is sin inverse of sin of pi minus pi by 3, which is equal to sin inverse of sin of 180 minus theta, even, no change, so sin, second quadrant positive, sin pi by 3. Now sin and sin inverse cancels, it is pi by 3. This is the value because pi by 3 belongs to minus 90 to plus 9. With that, exercise 4.1 is